guys, TJ here with the Voltage Point once again. And if you're new here, thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're not new here, well, thanks again for tuning back in. Well, super exciting unboxing for you guys today. I did go ahead and take a little trip down to my Apple store, which is, a decent drive, almost an hour south of me. But I did go ahead and pick up the brand new MacBook Neo in Indigo. Now, if you're not new to my channel, you'll know that I've owned and tested and unboxed pretty much every Apple product you can think of, especially including all of the MacBooks, Mac Minis, things like that. Not so much the iMacs, but you guys get the gist of it. So, this is really an interesting product with a very interesting value proposition by Apple. And if anyone ever downplays this new MacBook Neo, they are just speaking foolishly. Because this is, like, to quote one of the recent ex-Microsoft executives that came out and said something about it, they said it's a paradigm-shifting computer. It really is. Even though it's technically lower specifications than a MacBook Air or anything like that, what makes this so special is the fact that Apple went ahead and released a Mac for the first time at this low of a cost. Now, you guys know me, or you should know me by now if you've watched my other videos. I am a fan of keeping things as affordable as I can. I can be cheapo, I've been accused of that. Although I have owned expensive MacBook Pros and all that, I just love a good bargain. I love a great value device, and this is that. Now, this is running the A18 chip, that A18 Pro chip to be exact, that's in the iPhone 16 line of phones. So this is, this is going to be good for everyday computing. I have seen plenty of testing, and I'll do my own, of course, where it's perfectly capable of editing and exporting 4K video, all that good stuff, but really just for everyday computing as well. It's going to fly. It'll be perfect. And there's a couple of caveats, and I'll get to that. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, guys, here we go. Unboxing the new MacBook Neo for the first time. This is not my first time seeing it in person, since I did see it the day it launched at Best Buy, but this is my first time unboxing it as an owner of it. So, of course, as usual, we have very easy packaging. Before I actually open the box, so I should show you MacBook Neo in Indigo. Of course, as you guys can see, I did go for the Indigo color, which I just love personally. I just thought that was the most appealing color for my preference. Indigo Apple logo on this side, and same across the box. So, of course, over here, we undo this tab. And again, just yet another example of what you just don't see in OEM PC packaging. You just don't get this level of detail. And Apple is just the absolute master. No matter how much you pay or don't pay for something, it feels like an experience, like a premium product, always. And this Neo, I promise you, is no exception to that. And keep in mind, I used the education discount. I got this for just $500. And that's not to say 500 isn't a lot of money, because it certainly is. To a lot of people, $500 still breaks the bank. However, it is a much better value proposition for a college student who just needs it for basic everyday computing. This MacBook Neo has just changed the game for that reason. Alright, taking the top off for the first time. Boom. And we are presented with the Neo, first thing. And I love this, guys. It was like just saying, too, how Apple makes the packaging experience just so special as well. It says, hello, that you would come to expect. And it's, of course, color matched to the Indigo. Great little touch of detail, as always, Apple. I love that. And let's go ahead now and take off the paper for the first time, of course. I always say there's very few pleasures in life better than taking the plastic off a new Apple product. I've said that for years now, and I stand by it. It's just nothing like it. Then again, not everyone's probably a tech geek like me. But a lot of you watching this video maybe. Okay, here we go. The paper is off of it. Oh my goodness. See guys, this is exactly what I was just saying. This is a $500 computer. But if you didn't know any better, okay, if you didn't know the price or anything like that, you would think this could easily be another $1,000 computer from Apple. And as has always been the case with the MacBooks. It's made out of aluminum, only aluminum, as always. Nice little feet here. And again, I love this indigo color. So very simplistic exterior casing of this machine. You have one side firing speaker on this side. Around the back, you just have that unibody hinge. Always sleek and simplistic. Okay, so on this side, you do have one faster USB-C 3.0, and then you do also have a slower USB 2.0. These are not Thunderbolt ports, so that is something to keep in mind for sure. They're not Thunderbolt. But again, faster, slower. You do get your included headphone jack. Thank you for Apple for doing that. For the students who would need that, that's a great thing. Again, another side-firing speaker. And the front with that signature MacBook lip that allows you to lift it, as I'll always show you. I'll show you right now, actually, how it opens very easily with one hand, as all MacBooks do. And it just went off on me. It just turns on like all Macs do now. Okay, so I have to highlight this too. The keyboard, I'm so glad Apple just didn't do like an ugly, plain white keys. They're actually, the color, the hue of them is the same. It's intended to go with the indigo. Vice versa, if you're using the citrus or blush or silver, they kind of color match the keys to go with the color. I love that. So, it's very nice. Now, as I said this in caveats of this machine, especially if you're like me and you just want to spend as little as possible, you do not get Touch ID on the baseline model. You get a lock button instead, which is fine with me. It really is, because for the price that I paid for this, I am very happy taking a couple of caveats. So, the other caveat actually has to do with the keyboard as well. It is not backlit. So, that's one thing. Normally, I would say, come on, Apple. But my guess is they probably did this for battery saving purposes. Maybe in next year's Neo 2, this will be backlit. But as of this year's model, it is not. And that is, I know, a pretty strong downside for a lot of people. But again, if you can get past that like I can, because again, the cost of this, and keep in mind, I don't have another Mac. This is why I got this at all, because I really have been using the M5 MacBook Pro here as my, I'm sorry guys, M5 iPad Pro as my daily driver. So, I mean, I don't really need a ton of devices, you know, but at the same time, this is just such a great value to pass up. Okay, enough talking for now. Let me go ahead and take the...
To use English as the main language, press the return
key.
Take
the paper off the screen, if I can. Here we go. Oh yeah, here we go, guys. And I mean, honestly, guys, it doesn't look bad at all. And you wouldn't expect it to look bad, but I mean, this looks very similar to any other MacBook Air, which it actually is in terms of the quality and the nits of brightness. It is 500 nits of brightness, just like the MacBook Airs. So, Apple really did an excellent job at making this feel as premium as they could for this price point. At $500, this really is kind of crazy, guys. It kind of is. Now, in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, it'll be like commonplace. Yeah, MacBooks won't cost as much as they used to. But I mean, for this year, for Apple to do this right now, this is pretty paradigm shifting. This is pretty massive. And for good reason. It gives more and more people the opportunity to invest into the macOS ecosystem. With the exception of the Mac Mini, this time around they have a full package for this 500. Now, the Mac Mini, which is very powerful for the price too, with 16 gigs of RAM, unified memory, and a 256 SSD, I believe. That is also 500 with student discount, but you don't get this full laptop package, which I suspect most students, business professionals, things like that would really like to have. So, I'll do all this in another review too, but just to say quickly, keep in mind, guys, this also has the A18 Pro chip, like I mentioned earlier. But in the early testing that I've seen on YouTube and things like that, it is still very capable of doing some video editing in iMovie or Final Cut Pro, 4K video crunching and exporting. I don't know about CAD rendering, I still wouldn't suggest that. But of course, everyday computing, this will be just fine. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been my unboxing and first impressions. If you enjoy my content and want to see more content, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're on TikTok, please follow me. If you're on YouTube, of course, please subscribe. On Facebook, same concept. Please give it a thumbs up and follow me if you'd like. I appreciate it so much. And I'll be doing a full review video very soon. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching and peace out for now. I'm back. Oh my God, guys. I have been doing this so much. And I would say probably the last couple of times I unlocked something major like this, I get so focused on the device itself, I forget the rest of the box. And I know a lot of people want to see that. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to do it. Let's continue this, and then I'll be done, I promise. So in here, it is worth showing because it is new. Totally new product from Apple, so things are a little different. If I can get this out, that is. So there's no Apple stickers this time around, as they have shifted to their eco-friendly strategy, which is fine, and, still would be nice. How sweet would that be if they included indigo colored Apple stickers? But no, they didn't. So this is nice. Shows you the computer. That's cool. Great. And of course they give you, that's it. So that's that. But also worth noting, you don't get MagSafe for this, which is to be expected since it is a budget computer from Apple. And they're going to save money, of course, every way they can. So you don't get MagSafe, which is fine. But you at least do get a graded USB-C cable. It is graded. It feels good. And, of course, your typical 20-watt power adapter that you do get in the box, which you totally should. Now, it's amazing to me how they don't include these for years now with iPhones, but you still get it in their computers. You still get it in their a couple other products, too. But it's worth noting you do get this in the box. Okay. Now you guys have seen the complete unboxing. That's about it. That's all you get in the box besides the computer itself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Like I just said, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more content if you like what you see. Until next time, have a great day and stay well.